In a world where mobile games are not that good looking, comes a game that's really good looking. It's Raid Shadow Legends, and it's on your mobile, and you can get it for free. Enjoy an amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. If you download through my link today, you're going to immediately get 50,000 silver, so thank you to Raid for sponsoring today's video. Mad love! Ladies and gentlemen, now a massive thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video, and I thought for a little bit of fun today we would dive into the dungeon section of Raid and showcase the 7 active dungeons. We're going to be tackling the Dragon's Lair, the Spider's Den, the Fire Knight's Castle, Ice Golem's Peak, the Minotaur's Labyrinth, the Force Keep, and the Arcane Keep. Because in the city of Iref, or Iref, I don't know how you quite pronounce it there, you've kind of got the Arcane Keep, which is always active, but then the additional like class or affinity keep alternates depending on the day. So yeah, dungeons are one of my favorite features of Raid, and I think we're going to start off in the Dragon's Lair. Usually in most dungeons you have like 2 waves of enemies that aren't usually like too tricky, and then you've got the boss, and the boss has some very interesting mechanics from boss to boss, and there's all sorts of different stuff depending on the encounter. So we're going to start off in the Dragon's Lair because the dragon is just insanely cool, man. I absolutely love the model and animations on this man. So I think we are just going to use this. This is one of my support characters here, which we use just to kind of buff up and heal the rest of them. And then we're going to go ahead and fire off the volley of death there to get some area of effect damage. We're going to use the multi-shot on our archer character here and fire off the single target there. And, okay, we're getting nuked a little bit on that lab, but it's alright because we do have the potential of a single target heal up next round there. So let's put Divine Light into my mage-type character. And let's fire off a single target arrow there. Oh, it looks like that one does have invulnerability for 1 turn. So yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do anything to this last quite yet. But let's keep on nuking in. And yeah, there is just nothing we can do except to wait for the turn to pass. But there we go, single target shot, and we can move on to the next round. I think we're going to save the damage for the Dragon Man, being a little bit, conservative when it does come to some of the support buffs here. But I think we'll fire off the volley of death again, go in for a little bit of single target on the one that's most topped up there, and do want to use the area of effect. I think we will actually here, just to clean up that wave to make sure we can get to the dragon, because it's really like single target you need, because he's going to kind of like recoil back, and then you've got a certain amount of time to deal a lot of damage to him, or he's going to breathe fire and stun your entire team. So that's certainly not an outcome that you really want from this encounter. But there we go, that's kind of him recoiling back there, so we want to chuck in as much damage as we possibly can. So we've got a lot of the harder hitting abilities of other characters saved up. So let's use the lightning arrow there, and already, man, we've managed to falter that one, so that's a pretty good time. Let's use impressive shot, kind of that speeds up the turn meter for the rest of the team. Disintegrate, deal a little bit of damage to the dragon there. So we have started to take damage. We're going to use the heal over time there from our Arcanist. And then use the standard double shot on the dragon. He is getting close to being down now, man. Don't have too much left to go. I think about 20-25%. Disintegrate that man if we can, because his his big fire breathing ability still has like a turn on cooldown, so I think we're pretty safe to get this man down. So yeah, I think that was a pretty easy and straightforward kill. I guess it's not over quite yet. Just need one more, or a couple more turns, should be down. There we go, man. The single target bolt sorted out there from Kale, so that's a pretty good time. So there we go. Oh, actually, I think we got something quite good there. That looks like it's an epic chest plate, part of the speed set with health on, so that might be actually a really, really good item for a support character. So overall, man, certainly not a bad outcome from the first one. However, one of the more tricky ones, and I can't I might try and get past stage 3 today, but the spider's dead, man. It's just crazy, crazy tricky. Even though, like, he's a level 9 character, but honestly, man, he's a lot more tricky than that, because he keeps on summoning spiders, and he can consume the spiders, and the spiders just absolutely, you know, they pick one character and nuke them down. So we're going to buff everybody up here, and I think the first turn is a little bit more straightforward, but those spiders, you can see they're quick. They're already going in on my archer there. Sorry, my marksman, should I say. It's already been poisoned down a little bit. So we're going to fire off the volley of death there. Maybe I do have the potential to, I don't know, maybe shoot for the next one. But I think we'll use the multi-shot here, and hopefully it's going to nuke down at least one spider. So not a bad outcome. And I think we're going to save like our big area of effect on that character for the next turn. This is my level, like my 1-star level 30, is it Sword Maiden? I think that's the name of the character, but she has the ability of like a very wide cleave. She only has one ability because she's a 1-star unit, but it's a very wide cleave which hits every single opponent, so that can be a really good time. Let's fire off the lightning arrow. Took care of most of the spiders there, so that's a fairly decent time. Let's just go ahead for the single target nuke, and that's going to boost the turn meter of everybody else. I think we're going to use the area of effect. That's going to clean up 6 spiders there, but every character turn there summons 2 more spiders, so you're constantly you know, trying to stay on top of the spiders, man, while also trying to get the main one down. Do we have any area of effect here? Actually, yeah, we just about, yeah, we got about half the spiders down there. Took a little bit of damage, but we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. Nobody has died as of yet, so it's been a fairly solid result. Let's just nuke into the main spider here. Don't know if we've got any kind of big area of effect ability coming off cooldown soon, but hopefully we do. Let's just continue to nuke into the big one. You can see if you don't have an area of effect ability for a few turns, man, those spiders, they can stack up very quick. They can stack up really, really quick. I think I just need to get my Sword Maiden powered up a little bit higher. Okay, we got the volley of death, man. The volley of death is about to save my entire career there. So yeah, that was actually a really good takedown, man. I don't think my fastest one yet, but let's go for stage 3. Let's see if we can up the ante a little bit more and get stage 3 down. So yeah, we'll have to see. I think this one, just because even the little spiders, they start to increase their health as you go up and up and up. And considering 2 spawn every single turn, oh no, they're going for my area of effect archer there, so that's certainly not the ideal scenario. And also, I think the affinity of the spider boss did change, so we have the disadvantage with that one now. Let's fire off the volley here, hopefully take some spiders down, and let's not worry about kind of the big area nuke yet. Yeah, I think it's just because what is it? 2 of my main units do have the disadvantage here, which makes this one a little bit more tricky. But I guess we're doing okay, man. We're doing okay. But let's go ahead and fire off the heal here. And we desperately need another turn. I think, yeah, I think actually with the turn meter boost, we can get another turn to fire off the lightning arrow. But is it going to be enough to take down all these little spiders? And the the answer to that is unfortunately no. Okay, we got this one, man. We got the acid rain. Okay, that absolutely destroyed a lot of the spiders there. So I'm very happy about the outcome. Plus, because we got so many kills for that one, it gave our character an extra turn there, which is a pretty decent time. Right, taking a bit of spider venom damage there. Summoning more spiders, and this is the part where I think we're starting to run out of area effect abilities for like a turn or 2. So this is where the spiders could turn the tide by getting my right hand unit down. So yeah, she's going to be in for a little bit of a battering, man, because they really do like to gang up on one individual character, so it does look like she is probably going to be taken down, but if we're lucky, we might be able to get this spider boss down. We just need some big area of effect miracle turn here. Let's increase the attack and also the crit rate from the Arcanist to all of the additional units there. And right, we don't have anything too special we can do. Okay, the spider boss just healed for loads there. That was certainly not an ideal scenario, but for the next 3 turns we've got increased attack, increased crit rate, so maybe there's some good stuff we can do. Do we want to use the area of effect now or next turn? That is a big question, man. I think we want to save it for next turn. I think that's the right play. We're just going to use the disintegrate this turn. That may have been entirely the wrong play, but I think it might be the right one, because I think we've got time for another turn on our kind of mage unit before the spider's next turn. Come on, fingers crossed, man, that I've made the right calculation there. Okay, we actually got a lot down. A lot of spiders out of the game, but there's still a lot of them active. Okay, we've got our big turn, so we can acid rain, clean up the spiders, and oh my goodness, get a bit flooded, But we have time now to hopefully nuke this spider boss down and win. That would be awesome if we could. Okay, so we don't need to worry too much about that turn, because the ability to eat other spiders, I believe, is still on cooldown, which is a nice time. Then if we got the big shot here, I think we can take the spider boss down. So there we go. Come on. Yes, boys. Okay, so that gives us stage 3 done, which was a little bit of a struggle, man, but I'm happy we managed to get past that one. So let's pop over now to the Fire Knight's castle, and I quite like the Fire Knight, man. The Fire Knight looks absolutely awesome, but he has a bit of an interesting ability where he has like shield stacks, and we have our kind of like tank unit. This is quite a rare void character that I managed to pull a couple of weeks back, but he's really good, and if we can get him awakened as well, that unlocks like I think it's like a 2-turn cheat death for all characters off his like defense up ability, because he's some really cool stuff that he can do. Let's fire off the lightning arrow there. I probably should have targeted that lightning arrow at a slightly different character, but I think he's got like a triple attack, which is so useful, especially for this one, man, as you're going to see when we get to the boss. Let's just single target down again. I'm trying to save a lot of my really big abilities for the final boss fight, the Fire Knight. And also, one of the cool things, if you want to, you can adjust like the view and zoom out, zoom in a little bit, depending on your preference. But let's just go for a single target bolt there. I think, yeah, as soon as you attack, he raises his shield, and you can see he's got like 4 charges. And you need to land 4 attacks to get rid of that shield, which is going to allow you to deal like normal damage, because he's like 80% damage reduction. So now we got the shield down, we can, you know, use a big attack, the impressive shot off our marksman there. Also fire off the disintegrate, or sorry, the acid rain, should I say, off our mage unit, and let's apply the unnatural recovery, the continuous heal over time. Let's go for a double shot gamble for our secondary marksman unit. The triple hit again off our tank is going to be so valuable here, because it just gets rid of the shield. And then let's fire in the thorns for a triple volley. Let's go for a big old hit there. And okay, he's put his shield back up, dealing a little bit of damage, but now we can activate the one that's going to increase both our damage and crit rate for the entire team. Let's go for the triple attack here, get that shield down, and then a double shot here. So really, against the Fire Knight, you just want characters that have like a lot of, you know, their damage spread out across like a few hits. Because if they've just got, you got a lot of characters of single hits, man, they are going to be heavily mitigated by this dude, because every single turn he's putting that shield up. Let's activate that unnatural recovery again. Let's do the triple hit there to get that shield down. Cheeky little shot there. He's got shield back up, and also regenerates every single turn as well. So this is a little bit of a an endurance battle to a certain extent. But one of the things about this matchup, even though it's a little bit longer, is that there's not really much damage being dealt to us, which is a fairly decent time. Now we've got his defensive down. We're going to attack with brutality, which actually places a decrease attack and a decrease speed debuff on the opponent for 2 turns. I don't know if I think it does work for bosses as well, which is really handy, man. Dude, we got a really big shot of the marksman there, which is awesome. We just need a good hit. I think, yeah, I think actually if we power up our mage unit, I keep on forgetting his name, man. What is it? It's Kale. Oh my goodness, how does that keep on slipping my mind? But yeah, Kale did a very, very nice finish there, and we got a rare chest plate, bit of defense there. But this one gives plus 30% health, ally shield for 3 turns. So that artifact set, it looks a little bit interesting, man. I don't think I've seen too much of that one before, but that's a really, really good time. Let's go back to the stage selection now, because we've still got a few more bosses to take down. Now, the Minotaur's Labyrinth is where you get the basic scrolls for like champion masteries and stuff. So I haven't got past stage 27 at the moment. I think we'll take out some of these units to replace them with some of my newer ones. So let's get back in our tank and also the marksman unit as well and see how we can do. So we don't have an aura skill. Oh yes, I need to put what is it? One of our characters as the leader so that we can get the aura skill there, which I believe gives us a little bit more health or a little bit more attack. But let's go ahead and fire off. Do I want the power up here? Yeah, might as well use it on the very first wave. Let's go for the volley. Oh man, that volley was really, really good. We almost got every single unit down there. Just finish this one off with a single shot from the marksman. And let's attack in bit single target here. Let's go for the lightning arrow on a middle unit. That should spread out and cleave the one to the right hand side down. I'm going to use brutality just to mash that man down. Get this demon gal down and then finish off this chunky lad here. And then we have the Minotaur. So do we want to take out some of his oh yeah, he's gonna what is it, place a hex debuff for 5 turns on a random target, and the person that is hexed has double damage. So let's take down the additional units before. The person who's hexed is pretty much sentenced to death, but I guess we don't need to worry about the damage mitigation, the team-wide one from our tank, until we're a little bit later in this fight, and one of our units does have the hex debuff. So Acid Rain putting some really, really great work there. Our marksman has been hexed, so let's apply the continuous heal there. Let's use the Volley of Death just to cleave that additional one down. And now we're going to apply the Indomitable on all of our teams. So this increases all allies' defense by 60% for 2 turns. So it's a really solid mitigation. And also when you have this man awakened as well, it increases... Oh, sorry, it provides the ability to be immune to being knocked out for 2 turns. So he's an absolutely insane tank, man. A very, very valuable champion. A lot of the characters with the void affinity are generally a little bit more spicy, a little bit more stacked, and generally don't disappoint often, man. So that's always good to see. Okay, a nice double crit there. Brutality. Damn, man. That tank unit putting some damage there, boys. That was really, really good. So yeah, Minotaur's Labyrinth is down. You know, a fairly straightforward one. I think one of the slightly more tricky ones to master. You really do need a lot of healing for this one, man. It is a bit of a tough time. Do we want to take out one of our units? Maybe we'll replace the healer with a tank, because I don't think I've tried out the tank in this one just yet. So we'll go for it, man. We'll see how it works out, because this Ice Golem, he's constantly, every I think 25%, he slams down his hammer and does like a lot of damage to the entire team. So you need a lot of healing, a lot of mitigation, and I'm interested to see how the tank unit is really going to work out for this one. Let's use a bit of brutality just on that man there, and fire off. I think if we fire off the thorns, that's going to get all of them down. So a pretty efficient kill there. Sleep that man, and we'll fire off the lightning arrow volley. I was hoping that would cleave him down as well, but let's go for one of these middle units for the triple hit. And then who are we going to pop off here? I think we should be able to get this one down. Perfect. And I think if we use the disintegrate there. Oh man, almost got that final unit down. I thought it was just about going to be enough there. But now we've arrived at the Ice Golem, so I think we're going to apply the do we want the continuous heal? I guess everybody's fairly topped up at the moment, so it's not really needed just yet. Let's nuke the one on the right hand side while the left hand one is sleeping, and I think we're going to apply defense for 2 turns there. And let's use the big shot on the right hand side one. And let's just go for the single target there. We also got poison, so he's going to take a little bit of damage when his turn comes around. So let's apply the increase attack and also increase crit rate. Let's go for the volley of death. Hopefully that'll get the additional one down. And now we just got the ice golem, but also every 25% he deals a lot of damage. And as you're going to see, he revives both of his guards as well, which is a great time. But if you leave those guards alive, he has like an additional chance, I believe, to freeze and deal a little bit more damage to your entire team. So you've got to get him down, man. You've got to nuke him down, which can be a little bit annoying sometimes. But let's go for the one on the left-hand side with the brutality, the big hit there. And let's use thorns to deal a little bit of spread damage. Use the continuous heal. But you can see here, pretty much all of our characters, like, they started on near full life. And yeah, one's been heal blocked there. My second marksman unit archer. So it can be very problematic. I think like shielding, I don't have like any really good characters that can shield at the moment, but shielding is a really valuable thing to have in this one, because shields are obviously going to help absorb a lot of that damage. So I don't really have like a super sick unit for this fight, but as you can see, man, you do really get battered against this lad. He's quite tricky. I think this one and the Spider's Den are two scenarios where I've had a few problems to deal with. Okay, we got our tank alive. Let's see if we can get that one down. And I think they're going to be revived like one more time as well. So yeah, we're going to get that down. I think we might be able to. There's a very, very small chance of success right now, because I think we do have the increased defense, but we're also taking a lot more damage as well. These two additional units are going to be revived, so I think yeah, we got ruined there, man. We got ruined. So the Ice Golem, he doesn't like to play games. He is a very, very tough one to fight. So yeah, I just got absolutely ruined there. But we're gonna go for the Force Keep, man. I think it's been a bit of a while since we've done the Force Keep. So let's just go for stage 7 here. And, oh no, I haven't got our optimal characters in the team, but I guess it gives me a chance to showcase 2 additional units. So what we do have here, let's use the turn increases. We have one of the support characters. This is one of the ones that you actually get for free via the new player program, and she has the ability to resurrect champions. But resurrection, I found, like, personally, it has its uses in the game, but a lot of the time, if you're, you know, resurrecting one character in particular, like, the match might already be over, and that tends to ring true for a lot of turn-based strategy games, but sometimes it can be the mechanic that kind of does pull a certain matchup back. But apart from that, she's just got a bit of single target and also increased crit rate buff on her second ability. But if you've got the Arcanist, he applies, like, the increased attack and increased crit rate as well, so, you know, she's only really good for the revive if you have the Arcanist on the team. So I haven't found her to be the most insanely useful character, but let's fire off Magma Bomb off this this big old chunky magma guy. He's alright, he's a rare champion, but I found some of the archer units, the marksman units, and my Kale seem to be a little bit more effective, generally speaking. But he's an okay champion, man. He's got a little bit of damage. So let's apply the damage up here. And what does this one have? So he has attacks all enemies, decreases attack for 2 turns, attacks all enemies, chance to stun, and also increases defense as well. So this man really is just a bit of a tank. But this one does not have the ability to revive his support minions. So once we get them down, then it's just kind of, I believe, easy pickings off this dude. Because I don't think he has a way that, like, ramps up his damage. So I think you're only going to die to this guy if you've got healer, if you get some really bad RNG. Should have maybe saved that increased crit buff for another turn, but hey, it doesn't matter too much. Right, let's use the disintegrate on this dude. Let's apply continuous heal on there. And then we just need to really nuke in single target. And this is one of the scenarios where I don't think there's anything, you know, too special going on. You could probably go to something like auto fight and utilize that feature if you really did want to. So I think we'll just chuck on auto and see how it goes, man. You know, characters tend to gravitate towards using their top skills, and you can see there, man, we got a little bit of value out of the I believe Warlord's revive. Is that is Warlord the name of the character? War something, man. War Shaman. It's something along those lines. I think it might be Warlord though. Let's go in, apply Disintegrate, and fire off some Arcane Bolts, just because this man does have like 4,000 additional defense as a passive. He is just really beefy. There's a lot of mitigation there, but you can see there's no like really big threat in terms of this stage of the fight. When you get a little bit deeper into this dungeon, maybe there's some more stuff going on that makes this man a little bit more menacing, but he's relatively straightforward for the most part. Let's nuke him down, and there we go, man. Managed to saw that man out, and then we've just got the final one to showcase today, which is the Arcane Keep. So this is the staple farm for a lot of the basic elixirs and resources needed to upgrade most champions. So that's chucking this team here, and we'll go straight ahead. So this should be my best team up here today, and this is, I think, the level 41, right? So this man might be a little bit more tricky. Let's turn off Ortho here, actually, so we can have a slightly more tactful line of play. And see if we can fire off the multi-arrow, the thorns there. And do we want to use Disintegrate? I guess Disintegrate's just going to finish off both of those, so that's going to be good just for ensuring we don't take any damage there. Let's utilise that affinity advantage. Fire off the Volley of Death here. Just spread out some damage a fair bit. I want to save my big strike just for the main king guy that's coming up. So let's chip this one down a bit here. And single target. I think we're going to go for another line of single target here. Let's go on the left. I think the left-hand side unit is a little bit more threatening. Let's dominate, man. That was a fairly big hit there on our Arcanist. Okay, get that one down. Fire off the single shot. Oh, actually, we've got a double shot proc on that, so that's a pretty good time. So this man attacks all enemies, inflicts 75% more damage against targets who have no active buffs, and places a 60% increased defense buff and increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns. So yeah, you just need to keep an active buff here. Fairly straightforward for this level of gameplay, but I'm going to apply the continuous heal because I don't have the damage quite ready. Do you want to worry about the defense up? I guess if there's a turn to use it, it's at the start to actually let's apply the brutality, the speed reduction and the weakness on the main boss there. Going to boost the turn meter, apply acid rain, got decrease attack there, so let's apply our attack increase and crit rate increase, volley of death to deal a little bit of damage. And then smack this man down. We should maybe have enough damage to finish him off with a tank there, so awesome. Let's fire in with a standard double shot. Let's go for a single shot there, really our only option. Standard bolt. Debuff blocked, unfortunately. Let's go for the lightning arrow, bit of a double strike there, and let's apply defense up, just to, you know, add an additional layer of security to this fight as well. Disintegrate, get this man down a little bit more. Let's apply continuous heal and natural recovery, just to get us all a little bit topped up. But there you go, man. See, this is why I love this team setup. You got a lot of damage, a lot of control, a lot of ways to deal with area of effects, so it is a really nice combo that I've managed to build over the last few weeks. So yeah, a little double shot to finish this man off, and there we go, all 7 dungeons taken care of today. So ladies and gentlemen, a massive thank you once again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video, and if you do want to help me out and support the channel and check out Raid Shadow Legends, be sure to smash that download link in the description to download Raid Shadow Legends and get all of the perks of becoming a new player. But aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, smash that like button if you did enjoy today's video and want to support the channel, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.